Picture this: you're head over heels for someone, and you can't help but wonder, do they miss me as much as I miss them? It's a question that has plagued hearts and minds for centuries. In the age of instant gratification and constant communication, it's easy to fall into the trap of seeking validation through the attention and affection of others. But what if I told you that the key to making someone miss you lies not in clever tactics or mind games, but in the wisdom of an ancient philosophy? In this video, we'll embark on a fascinating journey through the core principles of Stoicism and discover how they can be applied to the age-old question of how to make someone miss you. But be prepared. The Stoic approach is not for the faint of heart. It requires a shift in mindset, a commitment to personal excellence, and the courage to let go of the things we cannot control. Let's get started. 1. The Stoic perspective on attachment. Imagine a world where your happiness and sense of self-worth are not tied to the opinions or actions of others. A world where you can experience love and connection without the fear of loss or the desperate need for constant validation. This may sound like an impossible dream, but it is the reality that Stoicism invites us to embrace. At the heart of the Stoic approach to relationships is a radical shift in perspective on attachment. The Stoics recognize that much of our suffering stems from our tendency to cling to people, things, and outcomes that are ultimately beyond our control. When we base our happiness on external factors, we become vulnerable to the whims of fortune and the actions of others. But the Stoics offer a powerful alternative. They encourage us to focus on what is within our control, our own thoughts, beliefs, and actions. By cultivating a sense of inner peace and resilience that is not dependent on external circumstances, we free ourselves from the fear and anxiety that often accompany attachment. This doesn't mean that Stoics avoid relationships or suppress their emotions. On the contrary, they recognize the value of deep, meaningful connections with others. However, they approach these connections from a place of inner strength and self-sufficiency. One of the key ways that Stoicism promotes emotional resilience is through the practice of premeditation of evils, actively contemplating the possibility of loss or hardship. By mentally preparing for the worst-case scenario, we paradoxically free ourselves from the fear and anxiety that often accompany attachment. But the Stoic perspective on attachment goes beyond just mitigating the pain of loss. It is also a powerful tool for personal growth and self-improvement. When we focus on developing our own character and living in accordance with our values, we become more attractive and compelling to others. We radiate a sense of inner confidence and contentment that draws people to us naturally. 2. Cultivating emotional resilience. Picture a sturdy oak tree, its roots deep in the earth, its branches swaying in the wind. No matter how fierce the storm or how harsh the conditions, the oak remains grounded and unbroken. This is the essence of emotional resilience, the ability to weather life's challenges with grace, adaptability, and an unwavering sense of inner strength. In the context of relationships, emotional resilience is a game changer. When we cultivate this crucial skill, we no longer rely on others for our sense of worth or happiness. We become self-assured, confident, and capable of maintaining our inner peace even in the face of conflict or rejection. But how do we develop this seemingly elusive quality? The Stoics offer us a roadmap. They recognize that emotional resilience is not something we are born with, but rather a skill that can be cultivated through practice and mindset shifts. One of the key strategies for building emotional resilience is to focus on what is within our control. The Stoics emphasize the importance of distinguishing between our own thoughts, beliefs, and actions, and the external events that we cannot influence. By directing our energy and attention towards what we can control, we develop a sense of empowerment and agency in our lives. Another crucial aspect of emotional resilience is reframing our perspective on challenges and setbacks. The Stoics viewed obstacles not as roadblocks to our happiness, but as opportunities for growth and character development. They encourage the practice of amor fati, a love of fate, which involves embracing the challenges that life presents us with and using them as fuel for our personal growth. But the Stoic path to emotional resilience is not a solitary one. The Stoics recognize the value of community and the importance of surrounding ourselves with individuals who support our growth and share our values. By cultivating relationships with people who inspire and challenge us, we create a powerful support system that helps us weather life's storms. 3. Living a life of virtue and purpose. Close your eyes and imagine the person you most admire. Perhaps it's a historical figure, a mentor, or a beloved friend or family member. What is it about this person that draws you to them? Is it their kindness, their integrity, their passion for life? Chances are it's not their external achievements or possessions that captivate you, but rather the strength of their character and the sense of purpose that guides their actions. This is the essence of what the Stoics referred to as living in accordance with virtue. They recognized that true fulfillment and happiness come not from external validation or material success, but from aligning our lives with our deepest values and principles. When we live a life of virtue and purpose, we become a beacon of light to those around us. We inspire others not through clever tricks or manipulation, but through the power of our example. We become the kind of person that others can't help but admire and seek to emulate. But what does it mean to live a life of virtue and purpose? The Stoics identified 4 cardinal virtues that they believed were essential to a well-lived life: wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. By cultivating these virtues in our thoughts and actions, we develop a strong moral compass that guides us through life's challenges and uncertainties. Living with wisdom means making choices that are guided by reason and sound judgment, rather than fleeting emotions or impulses. It means taking the time to reflect on our values and priorities and aligning our actions with our deepest sense of purpose. Living with justice means treating others with fairness, compassion, and respect, even in the face of conflict or disagreement. It means standing up for what we believe in and being willing to speak out against injustice or wrongdoing, even when it's uncomfortable or unpopular. Living with courage means facing life's challenges with bravery and resilience, even when the outcome is uncertain. It means being willing to take risks and step outside our comfort zone in pursuit of our goals and values. And living with temperance means practicing moderation and self-control in all areas of our lives. It means avoiding excess and cultivating a sense of balance and harmony in our relationships, our work, and our personal habits. By striving to embody these virtues in our daily lives, we develop a sense of purpose and meaning that goes beyond fleeting pleasures or external validation. We become the kind of person that others are naturally drawn to, someone who radiates authenticity, integrity, and inner strength. And here's the amazing thing: when we live a life of virtue and purpose, we naturally attract others who share our values and aspirations. We create the conditions for deep, meaningful connections to flourish based on mutual respect, admiration, and shared growth. So how can you start living a life of virtue and purpose today? Begin by taking some time to reflect on your core values and beliefs. What principles guide your decisions and actions? What kind of person do you want to be? And what kind of impact do you want to have on the world around you? As you gain clarity on your values and purpose, start making small daily choices that align with them. Practice being more honest and authentic in your interactions with others. Stand up for what you believe in, even when it's difficult. Cultivate habits and routines that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. And remember, living a life of virtue and purpose is not about perfection, but about progress. There will be times when you stumble or fall short of your ideals, but by staying committed to your values and continuing to strive for personal growth, you'll develop the resilience and adaptability to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and purpose. As you continue on this journey, you'll find that your relationships naturally begin to transform. You'll attract people who are inspired by your example and who share your commitment to living a life of meaning and purpose. You'll create a powerful network of support and encouragement that helps you stay true to your higher self. So embrace the Stoic path to a life of virtue and purpose, and watch as your relationships and your life transform in ways you never thought possible. 4. Practicing mindfulness and presence. Have you ever been in a conversation with someone, but your mind was miles away, dwelling on past regrets or future worries? Or have you ever been so caught up in your own thoughts and emotions that you failed to notice the beauty and wonder of the world around you? If so, you're not alone. In our fast-paced, hyper-connected world, it's all too easy to get caught up in the constant chatter of our minds and the endless distractions of our digital devices. But what if there was a way to quiet the noise and truly connect with the present moment and with the people in our lives? This is where the practice of mindfulness and presence comes in. At its core, mindfulness is about cultivating a state of keen awareness and attention to the present moment. It's about tuning in to the subtle sensations, thoughts, and emotions that arise within us without judgment or resistance. When we practice mindfulness, we develop a greater capacity for focus, clarity, and emotional regulation. We become less reactive to stress and more responsive to the needs of the moment. We cultivate a sense of inner stillness and peace that allows us to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and resilience. But mindfulness is not just about our inner world. It's also about the way we show up in our relationships and interactions with others. When we are fully present with someone, we give them the gift of our undivided attention and care. We listen deeply without agenda or distraction. We create a space of safety and trust where authentic connection can flourish. Imagine the impact this kind of presence could have on your relationships. Instead of half listening while scrolling through your phone or mentally rehearsing your next response, you give your full attention to the person in front of you. You notice the subtle cues and nuances of their communication and respond with empathy and understanding. In this state of presence, you become more attuned to the needs and desires of others. You develop a greater capacity for compassion, forgiveness, and unconditional love. You create the conditions for deep, meaningful connections to take root and grow. And here's the amazing thing. When you practice mindfulness and presence, you become more magnetic and attractive to others. People are naturally drawn to those who are fully engaged and attentive, who radiate a sense of calm and centeredness. Think about it. Have you ever been in the presence of someone who made you feel truly seen and heard? Someone who gave you their full attention and made you feel like the most important person in the world? Chances are you left that interaction feeling uplifted, valued, and inspired. This is the power of mindfulness and presence in action. So, how can you start practicing mindfulness and presence in your own life? Begin by setting aside a few minutes each day for quiet reflection and introspection. Focus on your breath and simply observe the thoughts and sensations that arise without getting caught up in them. As you go about your day, make a conscious effort to be fully present in each moment. When you're talking with someone, give them your full attention and listen with curiosity and openness. When you're eating a meal, take the time to savor each bite and appreciate the flavors and textures. And remember, like any skill, mindfulness and presence take practice. There will be times when your mind wanders or you get caught up in distractions, but by gently bringing your attention back to the present moment again and again, you'll develop greater mastery over your mind and emotions. As you continue on this path, you'll find that your relationships naturally begin to deepen and evolve. You'll create more authentic, vulnerable, and fulfilling connections with others. You'll become the kind of person that others seek out for guidance, support, and inspiration. So embrace the practice of mindfulness and presence, and watch as your relationships and your life transform in ways you never thought possible. 5. Letting go of the need for control. Imagine you're on a raft floating down a winding river. The current is strong and the rapids are unpredictable. You could try to fight the flow, paddling upstream with all your might, exhausting yourself in the process. Or you could surrender to the river's natural course, trusting that it will carry you exactly where you need to go. This is the essence of letting go of control, learning to relinquish our grip on the things we cannot change and finding peace in the flow of life. It's a concept that lies at the heart of Stoic philosophy, and one that has profound implications for our relationships and our overall well-being. So often in life, we cling to the illusion of control. We try to micromanage every aspect of our lives, from our careers and finances to our relationships and personal habits. We believe that if we just work hard enough, plan carefully enough, and exert enough willpower, we can bend reality to our will. But the truth is, much of life is beyond our control. We cannot control the thoughts, feelings, or actions of others. We cannot control the circumstances that life throws our way. The unexpected challenges, losses, and setbacks that are an inevitable part of the human experience. When we try to control the uncontrollable, we set ourselves up for frustration, anxiety, and disappointment. We exhaust ourselves fighting against the current rather than learning to navigate its twists and turns with grace and resilience. This is especially true in our relationships. We may try to control how others perceive us or manipulate them into meeting our needs and expectations. We may cling to the belief that if we just say the right thing or behave in the right way, we can make someone love us, miss us, or choose us. But the reality is, we cannot control the hearts and minds of others. We cannot force someone to feel a certain way about us, no matter how much we may want to. And when we try to do so, we create a dynamic of tension, resistance, and inauthenticity in our relationships. The Stoics understood this deeply. They recognized that true peace and happiness come not from trying to control the world around us, but from learning to control our own thoughts, emotions, and reactions. They emphasize the importance of accepting what is beyond our control and focusing our energy on what we can influence, our own choices, actions, and attitudes. And here's the paradox. When we let go of the need for control, we often find that we have more influence than we ever imagined. By surrendering to the flow of life, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and opportunities. We create space for authentic connection and collaboration to emerge. Think about it. Have you ever been in a relationship where both people were trying to control each other, where every interaction was a power struggle, a battle of wills? Chances are that relationship was characterized by tension, conflict, and dissatisfaction. Now imagine a relationship where both people have learned to let go of the need for control, where each person takes responsibility for their own thoughts, feelings, and actions, and trusts the other to do the same, where there is a deep sense of respect, autonomy, and mutual support. In this kind of relationship, love can flourish, not the kind of love that is based on possessiveness, dependency, or manipulation, but the kind of love that is rooted in freedom, trust, and genuine appreciation for the other person's unique path. So how can you start letting go of control in your own life and relationships? Begin by practicing acceptance and surrender in the face of life's challenges. When something doesn't go your way, instead of fighting against it or dwelling on what you cannot change, focus on what you can control, your own attitude, perspective, and response. In your relationships, practice communicating your needs and desires openly and honestly, without attachment to a specific outcome. Trust that the right people will be drawn to you, and the wrong people will fall away. Let go of the need to prove yourself or earn someone's love, and instead focus on cultivating your own sense of worth and purpose. And remember, letting go of control is a lifelong practice. There will be times when you slip back into old patterns of grasping and clinging, but by continually bringing your awareness back to the present moment and choosing to surrender to the flow of life, you'll develop greater inner peace and resilience. As you continue on this path, you'll find that your relationships naturally begin to evolve. You'll create more spaciousness, trust, and authentic connection in your interactions with others. You'll become the kind of person who inspires others to let go of their own need for control and embrace the beauty and mystery of life. So embrace the practice of letting go and watch as your relationships and your life transform in ways you never thought possible. In conclusion, thank you for embarking on this profound journey with me. Throughout our exploration, we've delved into the depths of Stoic philosophy, uncovering its timeless wisdom and its transformative potential for our relationships and our lives. We've come to understand the significance of living a life guided by virtue and purpose, of building emotional resilience, of practicing mindfulness and presence, and of releasing the grip of control. Each of these principles offers profound insights into how we can cultivate the meaningful, soulful connections that enrich our existence. As you continue on your personal journey, remember that the foundation of meaningful relationships lies in self-awareness and self-reflection. Take the time to explore your values, beliefs, and desires, and strive to align your actions with them every day. Practice the art of presence, both with yourself and with others. Listen deeply, speak authentically, and cultivate empathy and understanding in your interactions. And, most importantly, learn to surrender to the flow of life, trusting in its inherent wisdom and guidance. By embracing these principles and weaving them into the fabric of your daily life, you'll uncover a profound sense of peace, fulfillment, and connection. You'll nurture relationships that uplift and inspire you, becoming a beacon of light to those around you. So, as you journey forward, may you stay committed to your growth and evolution, finding beauty and meaning in every step of the way. Remember that you hold the power to shape your reality and create the relationships and life you desire. With courage, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to living in alignment with your highest values, may you continue to illuminate the world with your presence and make a positive impact on all whom you encounter. Farewell, and may your path be filled with light and love.